We abolished slavery in Britain 200 years ago, but according to the UN, there are still nearly 8.5 million child slaves around the world. I've returned to where I was born, the Republic of Somaliland. I'm at the start of a journey where I want to try and find out the realities behind child slavery and what are the factors that makes it happen. This is Hargeisa, the capital of Somaliland, and it's where my parents live. Every day as they go about their business, they'll encounter children at work. It's inevitable. Like so many cities in the world struggling to rebuild from war, there's really great poverty here, and many families rely on the income of working children. Education, and for that matter much of what we take for granted as childhood, is set aside in favor of work. This young lad washing the car is called Farhan. He turned out also to work in the cafe. Farhan is only 10 years old and works a 17-hour day. Children like Farhan can of course be found in cities everywhere in the world. They have very little freedom, they miss out on education, they earn usually only tiny amounts of money that they pass on to others. These are actually some of the criteria used by various international bodies in their definition of slavery. But Farhan, despite his 17-hour day, would not be thought of as a slave. Part of the problem is trying to come to some sort of accepted formal definition of what slavery means. There are various international conventions and agreements that try and spell out, but it's a tricky thing. I mean, broadly, I think today, according to these conventions and accepted sort of international laws, slavery by definition means something whereby one person and their labor is not only owned, but are forced to work in conditions that are dehumanizing and degrading, where that person and their labor is controlled by someone else. The organization Anti-Slavery International makes a clear distinction between children like Farhan, whose work is undertaken in order to contribute to family circumstances, and other forms of labor which are hazardous and endanger children's health. Farhan's family came to Hargeisa to find work, and it's his good fortune that, despite the very real hardships in his life, he is safe, both at work and at home. But not all children are as lucky.